Hi everyone, this is Jennifer. Today we're going to be sitting down to test out some PlannerKate stickers in the new 23-24 Erin Condren Life Planner. So I did grab this monthly Petite Folio book. I wanted to see if maybe some of the A5 stuff fit in here. And then I also have the new Daily Duo. I don't think that any changes were made to this layout, but just in case. And then I did want to mention that I did film this weekly plan with me, which was already live on my channel last week. And I used the weekly kit and some of the add-ons. So if you want to see that process, as you can see here, everything still fits really well in the new vertical layout. Again, I don't think that there were any changes to the layout other than the calendar being moved to the top here. And I did want to mention that the full box covers that month header, the year, and the calendar. So if you are a full box user, you're going to have no trouble covering that up if that's something that you prefer to do. So I did, well, to be honest with you, I couldn't wait, and I wanted to make sure that my kits would still fit. So I did put this July header down, but we will finish up testing the rest of these monthly stickers and take a look at the dashboard too. Kate was kind enough to send over these July kits, and it is kit 531. These are not available on the website yet for ordering, but I did want to just see if things would still work. I don't know if that Friday is off. See, this is why I want to do these things. Did I not put it far enough over on the coil? It is hanging off just a little bit. So let me try again. The good thing is Kate stickers are repositionable. So if you make mistakes like I often do, you can just pull them up and try again. That looks much better. Yes. Okay, so the headers still work on the monthly layout. And then I don't really think that the size of these boxes has changed either, but let's just go ahead and grab some of these labels and make sure they still fit. We're good there with the labels, and these appointment labels are the same width, so they should still work as well. And what else do we want to try here? Let's do this sidebar and see on sheet 2 if the sidebar is still going to fit. So we'll line that up at the top. Yeah, still a really good fit there. So if you are a Erin Condren 7x9 user, H1 and H2, which are the monthly kit sheets, are still going to work just fine for you. Let's go ahead and look at the dashboard page. So the thing to note on this new colorway, so I have the Inspire colorway that you can see here. The design element is in the box down here, but then up here they take that Inspire Eddie pattern and it goes to the top of the page. So if you are a kit user from PlannerKate and you pick up this dashboard sheet, I think that all the boxes are still going to line up and fit correctly. Still a nice fit on that bottom box, but I think what most people might struggle with is if you have a sticker kit that has a lot of pattern to it, it might kind of clash with that Eddie pattern on the paper. So that's just something to think about. Let's try this one and see what it looks like. So that's not too bad. I guess the pattern, once you get all the stickers down, It doesn't look bad at all. And I did want to point out that on the dashboard page from PlannerKate, you can pick up one of these bottom inserts that goes inside this larger rectangle if you need lines or a tracker. And I'll go ahead and put this one down so you can see the tracker option. It fits in the overlay of the sticker, so you still get that pretty kit background around the edges. Okay, so I think really that shows you the monthly kit sheets. And let's go ahead and go to a weekly page here. So again, this is the vertical layout, and on the plan with me, I did use these checklists that are made for the vertical planner. Let me see if I can find them. So she makes them for the EC hourly plumb vertical or the EC A5 horizontal. There's also the EC horizontal and Moxie Life sheet. And then there is one specifically for the vertical layout, and that's this sheet here. And I'll just show you how the sidebar lined up because I used all of those up. So this is the sidebar checklist off of this sheet E. Those still fit. And then the vertical boxes are still the same dimension, so your checklist will fit there on the weekly view as well. So we've talked about checklists. I'll show you a scallop. I'm gonna cover this up because I just got something on my planner page. Scallops still fit. Just to give you an idea of what these look like, we're gonna go through all of the add-ons. This is add-on 14, which is the budget labels with the little $sign. And since these are still 1.5 inches, of course, your stickers are going to work, right? So I don't really need to put all of them down, but I guess this is also a nice way to see a variety of Kate's add-ons on a page and see what they look like in the planner. So I'm gonna go through probably all of them. These are my favorite appointment labels to use. And they have the standard size on add-on 12 and the little skinny appointment labels. Add-on 16 has some half boxes and some quarter boxes. Add-on 19 are these large scripts, and I used the weekend banner off of this one on my plan with me. Obviously, full boxes are still going to fit. And on this top one, the top section, if you put it down at the bottom, it's going to cover the little header. Let's see if that's true with the second section. Yes, so full boxes go from the top of the header to the top of the next header. Add-on 18 are these little time labels. Actually, 5:30 would be down here. Let's look at the sidebar stackable. That would be something to note. So if we could do this, we could put the full box, and actually, I usually don't do a full sidebar of stickers, but if I were going to, I would start at the bottom of the page. So let's just start on this bottom line and stack them and see how far up they go. I think you're gonna have a little bit of room left over, which would be okay because then you could put a to-do sticker there or a this week sticker. So that's the Sidebar stackable, which is add-on 11. Add-on 10 are the ombre full boxes. So if you didn't like these pre-labeled ones, you could go with just 3 or 4 of these. But these will also go inside your vertical planning boxes with just, it looks like a smidge of white space on the top and the bottom, which does not bother me at all. I love me some white space. Add-on 9, we have these black and white mixed scripts with the black and white icons. Add-on 8 are the black and white icons by themselves. We have the day and date dot. So I love these little flags either this way, but sometimes I will turn them, they are so dainty, I will turn them sideways, and I think they look really nice that way as well. And then these circles with the black outline are some of my favorites. So that's add-on 7, which will obviously still work. I used the brush stroke headers in my plan with me. You could also use the individual headers in this planner since the columns are kind of broken up with a little bit of space. So those still work. I just want to see what the strip headers would look like in the vertical planner. I usually use these in the hourly. I don't think that looks bad actually. So you could do basically any header that you wanted. Add-on 6 has all of these doodles that match the kit colors. Love those. Obviously still going to be able to use the thin washi strips. So that doesn't quite cover a whole lined space on the bottom bar. Actually looks really nice. Let's look at the thick washi. The thick washi is add-on 4 for weekly kits, and it should just cover this bottom bar section. It looks like if I line it up with the bottom, it does cover just a little bit above this bottom bar. Now I need my ruler and I'm not prepared. Here we go. I'm gonna rip that off. So if you wanted to use the wide washi in your vertical, you could definitely do that. This kit does have a clip art set with it. Not all kits do, but obviously those would work. And just like I love these dash scallops, she makes those in just a dashed label version. So you have larger and smaller rectangles. Obviously the washi strips still fit, and that is all of the weekly kit sheets and add-ons. Oh, I lied. We do have the sampler, which I used in my plan with me, but all of these labels on the sampler are going to work as well. Okay, so we have those, and then this is part of the weekly listing. It is sheet G, and I do the same thing with these little flags as I do with those. Sometimes I put them vertically, sometimes I put them horizontally. And then all of these would still work, just like our other 1.5 inch width stickers. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up weekly sheets in the vertical. So I'm gonna put this one off to the side, this planner, and we will move on to the Daily Duo. But this is also an A5 size, so I wanted to try some of these stickers out in this Petite Folio book as well. But we'll start with the actual A5 Daily Duo, and we'll look at the month page. So as we take a look at the monthly layout, I did want to mention that for the A5 size monthly kits for Erin Condren, you need to order the correct sheet. So this is obviously a coiled planner, and there is a sheet for that labeled ECA5 coil. If you have their 3-ring agenda that just has 3 rings, you will need a different sheet, which is ECA5 agenda. So for my purposes here, obviously I'm going to be using the coiled sheet, and then sheet 2 would work for either planner, and she also offers the dashboard and the perpetual calendar for the A5 Erin Condren size as well. So I'm going to put this down first just to make sure it still works. I'm gonna have to, I can't really get close to this coil with the book that way. So we're gonna turn it this way on top of itself. Yep, perfect fit on that, I think. Yep. So that sheet's still going to work. And then instead of putting this second half down, let me just take a peek inside this monthly. So we would be starting with July. I wondered if there's any chance that that is going to line up on this book. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I feel like those days are pretty centered. So let's see. So that was the A5 coil sheet from PlannerKate. Let's just see what the A5 agenda sheet does on the other side. I think it's slightly larger. Yeah, that's too big. So I'm going to put this back on here. And I'm actually going to, thank you for bearing with me as I shuffle through all of this stuff. But I'm sitting here testing this stuff out, and I wanted you guys to see too. I'm going to peel this up from the coiled version and see if this side fits, because I have a very specific way I want to use this little petite planner. And of course, I would love it if I could use some of my PlannerKate stickers. So that would not bother me. It might bother some people, but again, this pattern is going all the way to the top of the page that's already printed. So yeah, okay, I can work with that. And then of course, if you wanted to use these dots, you could put those over to cover your dates. All right, shifting gears back to this daily duo, and let's look at the dashboard page. So again, just like on the 7x9 Inspire, this one's even more so. This is in the new Wildflowers colorway, and that colorway and scheme in the background is very prominent on this one. But I'm thinking that these boxes are still the same size. Are they though? Question mark. Oh, they're off just a little bit. Do you see that? Now I can make it work because it's the box, the sticker is actually larger than the printed box. If it was the other way around, that might be more of an issue. But I don't think, yep, this one's just a little bit taller too. I don't think that will be too big of an issue. And this one is just a little bit taller too. I wonder if Erin Condren changed that on purpose. I feel like we had gotten through so many planners with, oh, no change, no change. But this one is just a little bit different on the dashboard. And then of course, this sticker is made to go all the way up over this label. Okay, so there's a look at the dashboard on here. And then in the Petite Folio book, you don't get dashboard pages. It's just month after month of calendar pages. Okay, so that one's done. She does have those inserts for the bottom in either the tracker or this aligned version, again for this size, and those just fit right down there. And we determined that this coiled sheet sorry, I said that wrong. The agenda sheet did not work in the Petite Folio book. Let's do a little bit of box testing. So on the monthly sheet number 2, you have some different size boxes and labels, and it looks like the boxes on the planner are still the same, so all of these should work. Yeah, there's just a perfect fit there. It goes basically edge to edge. So if you have any of PlannerKate's monthly items, those are going to work. Let's check the box. Actually, let's check one of the boxes that has lines on all the sides, just so we can really double check. Yep, perfect fit. So we are good there. And then of course, this would fit on any A5 monthly or weekly layout. So you could put this on any A5 notes page. This is the perpetual monthly. I thought about putting that in here. So my plan was for this was to use all the months and then use the notes pages after the months as my weekly overview. But what you could do with this A5 is stick it down and have your whole page covered here. Well, that's crooked, but you get the idea. So you could definitely do that. Okay, which I might do, and then have like my daily gratitude over here, or lists for the month across from it, if I didn't have room on the actual calendar spread. So I wanted to show you that, and then we will go into the actual A5 Daily Duo kits next. So if you didn't catch my reveal box opening of this, there are no changes. So you still have your whole week ends on Sunday, a notes page, turn the page, go to Monday. And for Kate's kits, she offers several A5 and 7x9 sheets. So for this notes page, you can use this A5 Week at a Glance, which is going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to save this to use in that Petite Folio book and see what we can do there. So I'm not going to stick all the stickers down. Then I have to pull them up. And then let's check the other sheets. So sheet 1 are the washi strips with the dates. Sheet 2 have your check boxes. So we'll double check the alignment on those. And then some appointment labels. We have some basic labels for sheet 3. Sheet 4 are the two-toned boxes. Sheet 5 are the bottom boxes, so we'll check that. And then sheet 6 has your 7th box and then some other little stickers. So let's just jump right in and start with sheet number 1 and make sure everything still fits. So on this header, you can either put it down like this, where you still see this strip of color that's printed on the planner, or I've seen some people bump it down and cover up that line because they, their stickers don't match the color in the planner or whatever. Whatever floats your boat, that's still gonna work. Then obviously you can still put down your day of the week and your date dot. And then I really like these matching skinny washi. And what I was doing when I used my Daily Duo was putting those at the bottom of the page, and then that kind of matches and balances out the top of the page. Okay, so that was sheet 1. let's go into sheet 2, which are the checklists. So we'll double check that that alignment and the number of check boxes hasn't changed. We are good there. And then we have these, which you could put up here even, or over here, and they cover the time. And that's sheet 2. And then for sheet 3, we have these other labels that do not cover the time. So if you want your time showing, you'll go with sheet 3. Sheet 4 are the two-toned appointment labels, and they will cover up the time. You can handwrite that in. So if you have like a 10:15 and it's not an exact hour or half hour, those come in handy for that. And then sheet 5 are the bottom boxes. So I'm going to pull the one off of here, which is sheet 6, and make sure that that still fits in the bottom box. Now it does kind of cover the skinny washi at the bottom. It overlaps just a little bit if you do that. But let's look at one without the washi at the bottom. And I think it should be a perfect fit. Yep, we are good there. All right, so those are the daily duo sheets, with the only one being left this week at a glance. And I did want to try that in this petite folio book. Shifting gears here. So what I would do is probably have, like I said, my month, some notes for the month, and then I would do my very first week with this week at a glance. So let's see how this kit would work in this planner. Definitely room there. And then what I like to do is line up on the edge of the header. On that side, and then on this side, line up on this edge of the header. And what that does is create a flush line on both sides and leaves just a tiny sliver of white space down the middle. So that would definitely work. Now, what I've been doing in my 7x9 monthly life planner is putting this week at a glance down, and then on this page I've been using the notes page shell or notes companion page, and this says 7x9 and 5 because obviously it can be used in both sizes. Now, I have never worked with the petite folio books before, so I am not sure about the spacing of the lines. Oh look, they are the same as their other lined notes pages, which is awesome, because that means that these checklists are going to be perfect. So you can continue to use the week at a glance in this notes page shell, even in your petite folio books, which is what I'm planning to do. I just think this would be like so portable, and it has enough pages in it that you could get, I think, 3 months in here of weekly pages. And then of course you could get a new book when the time came. Now, if you don't like this style of week at a glance, there's also this one, which will fit exactly the same. It's more basic. It just has your days of the week and the little notes box in the background is a graph. So you can kind of see the side by side here and choose whatever works for your planning style. But this is available in both the A5 and the 7x9 size, just as this week at a glance is. Now, I do have other stickers that Kate sent me. The Daily Duo 7x9, which I don't have that planner yet because it's still launch time. let's see what else here. I also have the compact vertical, and I didn't pick up one of those either. If I decide to order one of those on launch day, I will be sure to do sticker testing as soon as possible. And then, of course, the journaling kit sheets can be used in any planner, right? They're very versatile. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap up today's round of PlannerKate sticker testing. Everything in the vertical layout stayed the same, so I just wanted to show you how those would look on paper. Love, love, love this little petite folio book, and I'm very happy to say that things like these checklists still work the same as they do in the coiled version. And then all of the A5 Daily Duo stuff continues to work, so good news there. If I missed something, if there's like a specific PlannerKate sheet that you want to know if it works in a certain planner, if I have those stickers and I have that planner, I would be happy to test that out for you and share the results. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a great day. Happy launch!